Okay, guys. So, whenever you are noticing that you're not manifesting correctly, that your SP is not talking to you, or you just lost a big chunk of money, or there's nothing changing in your situation, right? Well, there's, first of all, so many techniques you can use, okay? But one of my favorite ones that I've been using lately for my clients and even in my personal life recently is one that a lot of coaches talk about. So I'm going to tell you what it is. It's whatever you are experiencing in your physical circumstances. Your SP is not talking to you. I want you to see your SP giving you the attention you want. You desire them intimately. I want you to see yourself banging the living heck, like I'm talking like amazing sex, that, I mean, you're on the balcony, okay, and everybody's like watching you from the cafe down on the first floor, and you guys are like in a fucking mansion, and it's just hot, sexy, all that stuff, right? Now here's the thing. A lot of coaches will tell you to do this, but they don't really tell you exactly how to do it right. They just say to imagine. But I believe that all you guys know what an affirmation is. I know a lot of you guys understand the whole idea of imaginal acts, but the fact of the matter is there are still things that when you actually try to do it, it's a lot more difficult. It's like riding a motorcycle. Like, I mean, in theory, it seems, it seems like it's doable, right? And a lot of human beings can learn right away. But the first time that you step on the bike, it's going to be a little treacherous, especially if you're not used to riding a bicycle, right? So it's the same thing with imaginal acts. In the moment when you are noticing the resistance in the 3D, and your ego starts saying like, bro, really? Like, you're going to be banging her on the fucking balcony, bro? Like, be for real, motherfucker. Like, get a life, okay? She's not even answering your texts, and here you are expecting me to believe that you're gonna be banging her brains out. She's, calling you daddy. It's like, what the fuck, right? But here's the thing. You have to understand that whenever, well, let me just give you an example, okay? Because I know some of you guys might be lost, right? So if we'll use a simple one. If your SP hasn't responded to your text, right? They've been real distant, whether it's been in person or it's just been texting, right? You want to see a text from them. Well, for one, you can immediately go in your head and imagine what it would feel like to get that vibration on your phone and see that it's them, right? But when you do it, your ego is going to start talking shit and saying like, yeah, but what if you loop it for 50 million times and you don't get nothing, right? What if you keep trying this technique and it doesn't work? Your ego's gonna say a bunch of shit, or it's gonna say like, you're gaslighting yourself. This is not working. You should try to figure out another way. That you got to accept the reality that they don't want you. Maybe you did something wrong. The thing is you got to understand one thing. What a lot of coaches don't tell you is that there's many possibilities that could happen in your situation. In any situation, whether it's texting, whether it's you trying to manifest more money, the possibilities that will occur after you do the technique are based off of what you respond to in your consciousness. So if you listen to that ego telling you that maybe you did something wrong, they are with somebody else, then yeah, dude, they're probably going to not respond. Maybe never again, right? If you are struggling with money and you try to do an imaginal act where, oh shit, you just got like this huge raise at work, or you got a scratch off ticket and you won the lottery, right? The reason why you won't win the lottery is not because there's a 1 in a million chance of you actually being successful. The reason why you won't win the lottery is because you are going to 9 times out of 10, maybe 100% of the time rather, listen to your ego and buy into what it's telling you. How many people, when they try to do an imaginal act, don't get affected by where it just doesn't feel like it's gonna happen? Where, I mean, I don't care how many times I try to convince myself that he's coming back, he's never coming back. I've seen this story before with him, and he's moved on. He's an avoidant. He has an avoidant attachment style. How many times do you just buy into that story? Right? A million times. If you keep allowing yourself to listen to what the ego says, the imaginal act's not going to work. That is the reason why imaginal acts oftentimes don't work for people, because it feels so unfair to yourself to give you an experience that can feel so real when you look at it in your imagination, yet you wake up tomorrow and it's not there in the physical realm, right? But I'm telling you, try it, fucking try it. Try to see what would happen if you don't buy into the story. Step number 2, what coaches don't tell you. How do you not buy into the story of the ego, right? So it takes awareness, first of all, to understand that you shouldn't listen to the ego. That is step number 1. But step number 2 is actually how to not listen to it. Guess what, my friends? There's no volume knob to your ego. A lot of people say get rid of your ego. A lot of people say get rid of the negative thoughts, which is basically the same thing, because that's where the thoughts are originating from, your ego. I'm going to let you in a little secret. You will never get rid of negative thoughts. That is a big lie that a lot of coaches are telling you. There's no way to get rid of negative thoughts, okay? And you're like, well, so what the fuck? So what do I do? The only way to win this battle is to let them do what they're doing, okay? Treat it like, I've used this example before. Treat it like you're going to the grocery store. There's, good-looking people. There's, regular people. There's, people that you don't even notice that work there. And then there's even some fucking ugly people, right? You're not going to get mad because, oh, there's some ugly fat dude over there who has his fucking belly sticking out and he's wearing a fucking small t-shirt, right? You're not going to get mad at him for being there, right? So you got to treat your thoughts and the ego like that. You have to understand that you're sharing space with it right now in your body. You are not the mind or the body, though. That's something that a lot of coaches are not really enforcing enough. And a lot of them talk about it, but they don't really enforce it. I don't think they hammer it home. You, my friend, are not the mind or the body. And those thoughts that get in the way that you keep identifying with, they're from the body. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to just accept that you guys are in the same vicinity. Your ego and you are sharing space right now. It's roommates, but you can't kick it out, right? It's like dorm roommates. Like you would have to talk to the headmaster to do that. And even still, it's probably not going to work. So you just got to live with it, man. But here's the catch. When you just live with it and you allow it to do its own thing, and you focus on something else, whether that's your inner I am awareness, whether that's focusing on the imaginal act, which is what is the whole fucking point of making the imaginal act, is to look at that. Like the scriptures say, those who look up to Jesus, just like Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, same as that will those who look to Jesus be saved for eternity. It's the same thing. It's like there's people, like in the story of the scriptures where they were all dying of poisonous snakes. The Lord told Moses to lift up a staff, right? And he told him to say, if you look at the staff, you will live. And then some of them didn't care. They were like, oh, fuck you, Moses. But the ones who looked were healed from the venomous bites of the snake. And that's the way it is you got to trust. You got to trust that no matter what the ego's giving you, if you just look at that imaginal act, even when it doesn't feel like it works, it fucking worked. So, matter of fact, that's what I want to tell you. That's what I want you to tell yourself every single time you do the imaginal act. Right after you do it, no matter if the ego starts saying, nah, it didn't work, no matter if it doesn't feel like it didn't work, I want you to say, it fucking worked. Don't even say it worked. I want you to say, it fucking worked. And if you guys can't fucking say the cuss word, well then, what the fuck? All right? So, that's just a little snippet for you guys. If y'all have any questions, leave them down below. And if you want more advanced help, book a call with me. The links are in the description. Join the channel membership if you want discounts to the services on my Stan store. I love you guys. Take care.